All right, so the UPS truck just left and dropped off these bad boys. Ordered from, as you can see, Stainless Works. Woo! Couldn't be more excited. Slam these bad boys on. All right, just a little side note about the pipes here on Modern Muscle Extreme. I'll provide a link in the description, and I don't have any codes or anything for Modern Muscle, but that's where I got these pipes from. They got some listed for $409. They have some listed for, I think it was $380 or something around in there. These are the cheaper ones. And the only difference between the more expensive one and these cheaper ones, I was told by them, is the extra O2 sensor bung, which I don't really care too much about. But as you can see, it comes with the reducers and all that good stuff directly from Stainless Works. So under the car, I'm going to go ahead and start the install. What I've already done is on these bolts here, if I can get them in focus, there's 4 of them, 2 on each side. One on top, one kind of the side here. Whoop, there you are. Right here on the driver's side of the vehicle. All right, and these bolts I've already took some liquid wrench, and you can see, you know, it kind of got everywhere, but I took some liquid wrench on all 4 of these bolts, and I went ahead and up here on the O2 sensor, I sprayed a little bit of liquid wrench as well, because those have to come out. So the first thing that I'm going to do is try and just break free these O2 sensors. That's the first part that I'm going to try to get done here, because it's going to be a lot easier with this still attached to the car. So I've got the O2 sensors loose, as you can see there. I just kind of left it in, and I use this O2 sensor wrench here. If you don't have one, you need to get you one, because they're pretty good at breaking these loose, and the liquid wrench and stuff really helps it. So I just kind of got them sat in there. I wanted to show y'all this. On these, if I can get this in focus, they have a clip on both sides. There's that clip, and then on this side over here is going to be right there. And I'm going to unclip those and unplug the sensors and give myself some room. So that's the next thing that I'm going to do. All right, so I've undone this clip. I kind of rotated it here so you could see how it snapped. It just kind of snapped in right here. Then I just unplugged the O2 sensors. Whoa. And I did it on this side as well. This right here is just the clip. And then you just had to push on either side of this clip. And I used these pliers right here to get that done. There's my O2 sensors. I kept driver's side on the left, passenger side on the right there. I seriously doubt it matters which one goes to where. But I kept them the same anyhow. On to the next thing. I've loosened all my bolts. They're actually pretty easy to loosen. There's the ones over here on this side. And I've also loosened the clamps on the exhaust. Everything is fairly loose. So it's time to get these bad boys out. All right, so here we are. I've got my O2 CEL eliminators on. I got these from Amazon. Don't do that. Get the more expensive ones, because this one about halfway down got kind of seized up on me here, and that's about as tight as I can get it, and I'm afraid to mess with it. I figure as long as I can get my O2 sensors themselves back out, I'll be okay. I put factory pipes back on, and I hope these things work out well, because I'm gonna have a time getting that one out. If not, to be able to replace it. But anyhow, this right here is a comparison between the 2 pipes, and as you can see here, it looks like they did give me the extra O2 sensor bung anyway. That's just a good comparison between the pipes. Cat to cat delete. Another note to make, that's the catalyst. Your factory pipe's gonna have this gasket. I attempted to try to get this off, but then I looked at the ball socket type joint that they have on the car and on these pipes, the flare that they have, and it looks like it might be a compression fit with no gasket. But I did pick up at the store some of this, and it's good to 2,000 degrees, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of that right along through here. Kind of help it out a little bit when I go to put these pipes on. Hopefully no leaks. Okay, here they are, installed and ready to go. As far as torque specs on these bolts, I mean, I just got them fairly tight. I plan on running it, you know, for a little bit of run time and then checking again for leaks and tightness. I got all these tightened up. Push these collars in first and then put the pipes inside the collars. When I was installing the exhaust, everything went together flawlessly. Got my O2 sensors back plugged up. There's one plug right there, if you can see it. And then the other plug is over here, up top there, and it's plugged in, ready to go as well. So only one thing left. Crank it up, see how she sounds. We're gonna go with the first pretty cold start. I crunk it up for about 35 seconds about 10 minutes ago before I let it down to check for leaks. I run my hand around all the clamps and up front and everything. Seems like it's already sealed up and ready to go. So, man, let's see what it sounds like from the back of the car. More volume there. Definitely smelling a little bit more exhaust smoke or exhaust gases. It's probably, I don't know, 47, 48 degrees outside right now. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, and that sounds good, quiet it down for idle. This still has all the factory mufflers on it, it's just a set of cat deletes. So probably what I'm going to do, and some of that smoke that you get there is the bending fluid, the fluid they use when they bend these pipes and all that stuff, and the gasket material that I made. All that stuff's going to have to burn off after it runs for a while. You know, most of that smoke's going to go away because it smells like this Permatex stuff is what it smells like. But this right here says leave it on there for about 20 to 30 minutes and then crank the vehicle up and run it for at least 10 minutes to let it get nice and hot and seal up. But like I said, I didn't have any leaks, so it's pretty much sealed. One thing that I am going to do is I'm going to reset my adaptives. So hopefully it'll kind of hurry itself up on the fuel trim and all that good stuff for the little bit of free flow I'm gaining for these cats being removed. Now, I know the question's gonna come, how much horsepower are you gaining out of that? Well, I don't know. I know on a Mustang, the cats were good for like 20 horsepower, and in some cases, even 35 to 40 horsepower with a tune as well. Like you already had a tune, then you went cat delete or went catless, and you picked up that much horsepower. So on these cars, it seems like it was a double cat, and there was the rear O2 sensor was in between the forward cat and then the secondary cat, and they're all in one piece. So it seems like it probably reduced the flow quite a bit. So I'm just interested in how it's going to drive and what it's going to sound like in track mode and all that good stuff. So I'll do some more sound clip videos and drive-by videos of what it sounds like in the different exhaust modes and stuff to give y'all a better idea of the sound of the exhaust. But this has all the factory mufflers still on it. That's the reason I did this, pick up some volume and not have to cut anything. So that's the install of the modern Muscle Extreme and Stainless Works cat delete pipes for the 2015 to, I assume, all the way up to 2019, but I know on my 2018 Scatpack Charger. Thanks for watching, guys.